I was sent a link to a website where Amazon Studios, I will put the link in the description here, and this is their rules for inclusive storytelling called We Power. This is DEIA. It's diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility. We power inclusive storytelling. And this is Amazon Studios' new rules. This is put together, and this is why it's of concern. Okay. This is why it's of concern. A friend of mine in the WGA, who is in the WGA, I sent this to my friend, and he's going to be on the show next week. We're actually going to get a WGA member that's going to be joining us next Wednesday to discuss all of this stuff that's coming out from people sharing things with Film Threat, their private stories, with the DEI standards being applied across the board to everything. But what's interesting about this is, here's some of the comments from my friend. We're having a discussion. This was sent to me, and I sent it to my friend, and then we had this whole chat. And he said he's reading through this Amazon MGM thing, it's insane Orwellian. And he said that if you look at the person who put these rules in place, they actually have no experience working in entertainment. He said, he basically commented, he actually looked up, he says, how do you make art that challenges people when everything is standardized and safe? I looked up the woman who runs this program. She's never worked one day in her life in the film business, and she was in the HR department at Caterpillar Trucks. This is real. Okay. I'm going to go through some of this, and we're just going to take a look at it.
By the way, how is her diversity programs doing at Caterpillar Trucks?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how do you even, so here we're going to look at, here's the policy, right? Inclusion policy. This stuff is long. We work to consistently delight all segments of our audience. We aim to do this in two ways. First, by seeking out stories that amplify the voices of characters across race, ethnicity, nationality, sexual orientation, age, religion, disability, including mental health, body size, gender identity, and gender expression. Second, by bringing these often underrepresented or misrepresented characters to life in an inclusive production environment. This is Jen Salke, the head of Amazon Studios. And this is a quote from
MGM. Let's throw MGM in there.
MGM, Amazon Studios and MGM. She says, with the establishment of our inclusion policy and inclusion playbook, Amazon Studios has committed itself to being a thought and action leader in the transformation of our industry. We know how much work there is to be done to improve representation both on camera and behind the scenes, and it starts at home with us. With clear directives and a commitment to accountability, these guides provide a path toward a more equitable future, both on and off camera, says the white lady. It goes on and on. Here are the topics. We're going to put the link. This is vast. Developing stories and characters, stereotyping, historical depictions, cultural authenticity. This is all under this banner. Hiring and production, casting, behind the camera, below the line roles, cultivate an inclusive environment. How do you be creative with so many rules being shoved down your throat? There's the policy. Here's the playbook. This is like a book. This is more than a book. And here is Latasha Gillespie, head of DEIA at Amazon Studios. This, my understanding is this is the woman, my friend looked her up. She worked at Caterpillar, the equipment company.
Yes.
In HR.
Yeah. The diverse employment workforce over at Caterpillar.
What will this playbook do? Make inclusive decisions, know where to go for help, identify criteria, foster curiosity. How can you be creative in an environment where so many rules are being thrown out? You've got storytelling, which is here. You've got gender, sexuality, romance, and humor. This is
Those are genres.
domestic roles, stereotype. This is your legislating how people can be, what types of characters, script-based descriptions and stereotypes, gendered or sexualized descriptions, personality traits. This is
Yeah.
So I sent this to my friend who's going to be on the show next week, Jim Agnew. He has been on the show before. He's been paying attention to a lot of this stuff.
He was on with us during the strike.
Yeah, he talked about the strike with us. So he was my guy to get me the inside on what's going on with the strike. Look at this. Okay, this is basically for the screenwriters out there. Personality traits. The description of a character's personality or distinctive traits may lead to appearance-related stereotypes. Sometimes character descriptions are written in a way that draws upon stereotypes or tropes. This is particularly likely when writing women characters or individuals from underrepresented racial and ethnic groups. So there's a little bullet pointed list. Are you describing women's personalities in ways that would lead to assumptions about their sexuality? For example, are descriptions such as the girl next door used for characters? This is now being used to tell screenwriters how to write and what to write. Be sure that your character descriptions do not evoke stereotypes related to women of color. Avoid use of the terms exotic, feisty, sassy, and other words stereotypically used to refer to underrepresented women.
In other words, remove personality from your characters.
Those are personality traits. I don't know that those can be ascribed to any specific ethnicity, I guess, but
it can't be aggressive.
It is better to be specific, e.g., the lead is from Puerto Rico, loves to sing, and has a big group of friends. Yeah. What is this?
Not a stereotype at all.
Oh, my God. For LGBTQ plus women, ensure that personality traits do not play to stereotypes, either about femininity, masculinity, or over sexualization. Descriptions of people with disabilities may focus on aspects related to disability rather than a range of characteristics. Make sure your characters with disabilities are well-rounded and defined by more than their disability. Oh my God.
Yeah. I want my disabled characters to be feisty, sassy.
Domestic roles. This is DEI, right? We want diversity. No, we want to tell you how to write your script. This is not, while this website is public, this isn't easy to find. It's at ccdeia.com. ccdeia.com. And I'm going through, this document is vast. I was going through it and I sent it to my friend who was saying, this is Orwellian nonsense. Domestic roles. Consider the description of caregiving and romantic relationships, whether they fall along stereotypical or traditional lines, e.g., heteronormative, women as subservient, men as protector, provider, meaning don't do the stereotypes. For more information on the concept, benevolent sexism, read here. Oh my God. I'm going to go back though.
Hollywood is not the dream.
Whole other website.
Hollywood is not the dream.
This is a whole other website. I will also show it's psychology.com. I researched what the hell is even that? I'll go back to this. Consider, it says rescue storylines or those focusing on chivalry can be particularly problematic. You can't make Star Wars. You can't make Star Wars rescuing the princess. There goes all your Disney storylines. Consider which groups are erased from being shown on screen in caregiving positions. For example, LGBTQ plus community is rarely shown in parental roles or as relational partners, yet between 2 and 3.7 million. That's a range between 2 million or 3.7 million children.
No, it's between 2 as in 1, 2 and 3.7 million.
Yeah. Yet between 2 and 3.7 million U.S. children have one or more LGBTQ plus parent. Narratives that involve abuse, harassment, or sexual assault require deeper thought. When these topics are included in a storyline, have they been handled with sensitivity? Have survivors been consulted for their perspective and insights? Do storylines reflect myths or misconceptions about these topics? It is necessary to include these aspects in the story. Evaluate whether abuse, harassment, or assault are deployed in gratuitous ways or are handled sensitively to advance the story. Consider asking the following questions when writing about parents/caregiving roles. Are women from all backgrounds and experiences defined solely by their relationship to children? Are LGBTQ plus characters shown as parents? Are non-binary characters shown as parents? Are characters with disabilities shown as parents? Are men represented as inept when shown as parents of caregivers? Well, they're always shown that way. When elderly relatives requiring care are included in the story, who provides that care? Stereotypes and humor. Now you're losing me.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back to some of the great filmmakers. Could Mel Brooks make a movie under this BS? I'm asking you.
Well, he did.
Well, no, no, I'm talking about before this became so prevalent. Stereotypes and humors. I'm just going to breeze through this.
Yeah.
If characters from underrepresented backgrounds or historically marginalized groups only appear in your story to deliver humorous lines or as a source of amusement, this is problematic. Ask, do these characters have any other depth or insight to do, or do they merely serve to deliver comedy? Yeah, sometimes.
Like in comedies, almost all characters exist to deliver comedy.
Yeah, if it's the latter, how can you add depth to the characterization? Or who else needs to weigh in to ensure the character is not one-dimensional? Review the script and story with members of the communities you are depicting. Okay, this is what they're asking for, the sensitivity read. Review the script and story with members of the communities you are depicting to ensure authenticity and limit hurtful humor. No, I will not. Ask more than one individual to review the script story. What audience members find amusing will differ from person to person. Your goal is to be certain that the jokes do not offend the communities featured in your story. This is okay. This is what. So when I sent this to my friend Jim, I had not read through it. I kind of breezed through it. He said this is Orwellian. They are dictating how to write a script. Here we go. Race and ethnicity. For Black characters, are they shown in connection to violence, either as perpetrators or victims, particularly gang violence?
Hey, skip to Asian. I want to see Asian.
Oh, wait. Are there Asian?
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Alan, why don't you?
Yeah, let's do this.
I don't know. Can you do it in an accent?
Okay. For Asian characters, may show in a way that minimize their sexuality or desirability as a romantic partner. This could be fulfilling the stereotype of the geek, who is primarily interested in technology, math, and science. Are they depicted as predominantly foreign versus American? Consider expectations around Asian characters speaking with accents. Are women depicted as naive, vulnerable, or silent? In contrast to are they shown in a provocative light? Tiger Lady. Are they particularly those who are shown affiliated with foreign countries shown as dangerous, evil, or threatening to others? Well, who the hell wrote that?
You know what? I have no idea, but I want to get Paulie from Latino Slant to read the one on Hispanic Latinx characters. They're still using that term Latinx, even though the entire Hispanic community hates that term.
Oh man. I got murdered on on Midnight's Edge for Latinx.
This is insane. This is utterly crazy. I'm going to put
the death of creativity.
This is the death of creativity, this document. And these HR, now the HR department, they want to be screenwriters and they want to dictate what a screenwriter can and cannot write and how they should write. This is a bridge too far. And anyone that would make a film for Amazon or MGM Studios, if they're going to be forced to follow these rules, this is moronic.
Well, the problem is, I mean, what kind of stories are you going to tell from this? I mean, quite frankly, Lisa Frankenstein is definitely inching into this area, except for the fact that the entire cast is white, which I don't know how that got through. You know, how you are removing personality, you're removing anything of interest, you're removing anything that we can relate to by making your characters and your story as bland as hell.
I mean, this is a bridge too far. I'm sorry. It's unbelievable that it's this far. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, guess our Crazy Rich Asians under this under these guidelines could never have been made, because it hits every single Asian stereotype possible.
Yeah, I mean, this is not like it's someone found this and sent it to me. It's not like a website that you go to like amazonstudios.com/whatever. This is their inclusion playbook, programs and pathways, learn more, the future of entertainment, events and learning, discover events. Hey, you know what? Here you go. Voices, Asian and Pacific Islander. Film. This is
thanks.
Who would want to make a Hollywood movie now if this is the way things are going to be? This is, first of all, this document is so long. We are gonna take a look at it. Here we go.
Oh, look at the diverse picture there.
This isn't very diverse, people, to be quite frank. Latino Film Institute, Hollywood this is the death of Hollywood and the death of creativity in Hollywood.
Yeah. Hollywood is not the dream. I mean, look, Molly and Max, we just talked about how much we loved that movie. We gave it 9 out of 10. Can you imagine if they had forced Michael to change casting of his 2 leads because to go for more diverse? He chose people who understood those roles as he had written them and performed them perfectly.
Well, let's we're going to delve into this. I have only just looked at a little of this document. This is, if you were an up and coming screenwriter, had to read through all this, what are you going to write? Everything that you do that could be storytelling that's risky is going to be questioned by someone who's never written a screenplay. The HR person forcing this used to work at the HR department at Caterpillar. They make construction vehicles. How have these people in Hollywood allowed this to happen? I say allowed because they are weak. This is the tip of the iceberg. We're going to stay on the story. We're going to do an article about this on the website, and then we're also going to delve in. Alan, I'll send you I didn't share this with Alan because I just got it. But we're going to stay on top of this because this is the death of creativity in Hollywood. DEI is the death of creativity in Hollywood.